True Detective magazine was a pulp true crime publication first launched in 1924 by Bernard McFadden. It ran for decades and became one of the most popular crime magazines in America, especially through the mid-20th century. It was best known for its dramatic first-person crime stories, detectives recounting brutal cases, sensational cover art and headlines, and moralized tales of vice and justice. Recently, I picked up a small stack of these on eBay, and today I'm launching a new series here on the channel. Hey, welcome to Breakfast Cereal. It's time to try something a little different. A new vibe. Now, in each episode, I'm going to flip through one of these magazines. And the plan is to keep it very simple, low-key, almost ASMR. All I'm going to do is just flip through page to page. Now, these magazines, they're pretty crazy. And honestly, I haven't even looked them over yet myself, aside from just the covers. So really, we're going to be discovering them together for the first time. I want to see what all the fuss was about. See, guys like BTK, Ted Bundy, they loved this magazine growing up. So, grab a drink, a bowl of cereal maybe. Hey, fold some laundry, or just sit back and pay attention. Let's get into it. Today we're looking at the September 1976 issue of True Detective. It says here on the spine, September 1976. Apparently it sold for 60 cents originally. You can see right away off the cover, the usual classic, very sensational. We've got a wild headline and headlining story here. We've got a subtitle of The Monster Who Killed Canadian Children. It's always another staple of these magazines is the very suggestive imagery in the cover photo. So we've got a guy here with the gun and the woman with the shirt open, of course, and a body below. All very, very, very suggestive. The back of these magazines, at least every one that I've seen, always a cigarette ad. This one's for sale and looks like a guy, looks like Tom Selleck. This is Salem. I don't even know if those still exist, or I don't know who holds a cigarette like that, but hey, this says, "A cigarette owes me something. Enjoyment." And then, of course, followed by the warning that it's going to kill you down below in the corner. But yeah, they always have these cigarette ads on them. So let's dig into it. Right off the bat, they've always got ads here on the left. It's always for trades types of things for some reason too. I guess it's something to do with their target audience, but this one is for a locksmith and for a burglar alarm installer, which is actually kind of interesting. I've mentioned before, BTK was a big fan of these magazines when he was growing up. It was like some of his material, basically. We all know that he went on to install burglar alarms, so I guess it's fitting. It's the target audience. And boom, look here. Very first page hits us with an ad for the Book of World Sexual Records, an encyclopedia of sexual dimensions, facts, and curiosities. You can't turn a page in this thing without sex being referenced for the most part. It seems like it's really all about that. Moving on, you've got the table of contents. So, starts right off with giving you the first story. Sex killer couldn't take no for an answer. Followed by The Monster Who Killed Canadian Children and Mysterious Knifings of the Wisconsin Beauties. Every one of those is quite a sensational headline, isn't it? Followed by the exclusive, which is the story we're going to hear from today, and that is called His Hang-Up Was, I don't even know if I should say that on the channel, Dead Women. Hang-up. I mean, it's quite the hang-up, if you ask me. I mean, a hang-up is normally something like, oh, he doesn't like to watch foreign films. Or he won't watch, But doing that with dead women just a hang-up, I don't know. Okay, so we'll get into the main story here, I think. It starts usually, here on the very first page after the table of contents. If you're interested in hearing the entire disturbing cover story, I've actually uploaded another version of this video that features the story being read aloud.
Just be warned, it's a pretty disturbing story. That video is available to members only. You can become a member by clicking the join button below this video. I kept it super cheap at just $3.99, and your support helps me focus more time on this channel so that I can make more awesome content more often. So check it out.
Even ads like this, everything is so sensational in this magazine. 9 years of suffering cured in 10 days. My blindness, paralysis, and epilepsy, and all pain vanished with this amazing secret you can use to cure yourself of any ailment to astound your doctor. The old classic, cut out the coupon, or cut out the order and mail it in to get your own copy, you know? As I was saying, is with the tradespeople, I guess, that are targeted with this. Here's another one, right? It's like almost every other ad. This says, you know, your quickest way to easy money, vinyl repair. Okay, so yeah, we're back with another, this is, you know, the beginning of another one of the stories in here, but of course, the sex killer couldn't take no for an answer. Very graphic, suggestive. Yeah, story number 3 in this particular magazine. The monster who killed Canadian children. That one's a little close to home, huh? It's pretty wild to think about this magazine and the history of this magazine, and just, you know, this was something that was for sale, if I'm not mistaken, in like grocery stores and things like that, right? So I'm pretty sure I remember reading about, BTK, especially talking about, you know, taking inspiration, or like this in his early formative years, reading this magazine and often spending time with these images, especially cover images and stuff like that. It was the closest thing they could find. This is before the internet, obviously, right? Like all these covers with like scantily clad women who are being like tied up and things like that. It was like the closest thing that they could get, especially as a kid, and nobody thought anything of it, you know? Mysterious knifings of the Wisconsin beauties. I mean, you can see why. The partially nude corpse of one girl was found near a golf course. Like, this is material for that type of person. It's an interesting headline here. Murder by amateurs is deadly too. Again, the lover's lethal passion. It's all about love, couples, romance mixed with violence, right? Love and violence. so much text too in these magazines. It's just story after story, right? Like they have, accompanying photos, but it's just brick text. It's amazing to think that they could release these like monthly with so many it's a scary thought how many disturbing crimes can be happening that you can be releasing monthly magazines with these kinds of tales. Seems like a weird magazine to subscribe to. Oh. It's easy to rob and kill old folks. Yeah, I would imagine so. There's some real 70s detective look here. The handlebars, along with some very 70s looking suspects here. Suspects were a tearful Bob Hallstein and Terry Forsman, who came under interrogation when cops talked to informants. Oh, you got a section for readers to write in and give their thoughts. I don't know if they do that much anymore. I mean, what's happened to the state of magazines these days, right? I have comic books. I collected comic books, and there was always like this section at the back of the Spider-Man comics where the readers would write in, and Stan Lee would have his own little section too. I don't think they do that anymore, but it's interesting. This, you're reading the magazine, and you're compelled to like write a letter and put it in the mail and send it off with this off chance that they may print it, It's like commenting on a YouTube video. Here's the subscription information here. So, subscribe now and save True Detective, the authentic magazine of crime detection. So here's what you get. Each and every month, the best crime writers in America, authentic behind-the-scenes reports, the most exciting cases in the headlines, a special double-length, in-depth feature. To be certain you get your copy of True Detective each and every month, delivered right to your door, subscribe today. So yeah, it was monthly, $7 for a 1-year subscription, or $12 for a 2-year subscription. $12 for 2 years, eh? Here's $12 for 24 magazines, 50 cents each. So I guess there's, and look at the ones they're advertising here. They've already got this issue right here. This guy's got a woman in a headlock. Here's somebody. Yeah, I'll let the images speak for themselves. I'll zoom them in a little for you. But yeah, interesting. I don't know if this kind of format of magazine still exists, like this type of sensationalism and crime. I don't know. I don't know what the current examples would be, or if it's just that other media forms have taken over, like YouTube and things like that. So I'd be interested to know if anybody knows of any other like publications that are more current. Cryptogram. We got some Zodiac inspired stuff down here. In the cryptogram, you merely substitute one letter for another. In the example shown above, F is used for A in 2 places. E replaces O 3 times. Have a go at this month's coded message. Now, I would love, let me bring this up for you guys. I'd love to see somebody take some time and solve this one for us. Pause it if you want. Like, we gotta have like, I don't know, there's gotta be 15 different stories in here. It'd take quite a while to read one of these magazines, to be honest. We're up to 59 pages already of almost wall-to-wall text. Like, it's not nothing. This is like the 1970s version of a Manscaped ad right here. The new rotary sharpener hones dull blades to a razor-sharp edge in seconds. They were all about their money-back guarantees then, weren't they? Again, with the cut, you got to cut out the little thing, fill it out, and send it in with a money order or check or actual cash. And they'll mail you one of them. Here we are again. Learn at home to be a motorcycle mechanic. So kind of, again, it's this kind of targeted at, I don't want to say necessarily blue collar, but seemingly like most of the ads here are for jobs that are, it's like at the working class. Says something about who they think is interested in this type of content, right or wrong. Oh, here's a good one, actually. I'm interested in this. Say goodbye to mosquitoes forever with Buzz Off. I guess it didn't work because I tell you, this is 76 and I've seen a lot of mosquitoes here in 2026. How many years later is that? 50 years. This magazine's 50 years old. 50 years old. The electronic mosquito repeller Buzz Off creates an invisible, impenetrable screen around you. With Buzz Off, you can be mosquito-free and enjoy your pool, patio, picnic, boat, golf, fishing, camping. It protects children. Money back guarantee. This one just says, be a gun pro. How to make money with guns. Yeah, again, doing upholstery on furniture. This says, no previous skills required. Be a detective. It's intriguing, rewarding, big demand. Learn modern detection methods from former federal agent for pennies per day. Easy monthly payments. This is absolutely classic here. Atlas Body. Atlas is the one, Charles Atlas. I used to make jokes about Charles Atlas all the time. He was the guy who always just did he called it, I can't remember what he called it, but he would just use his own, instead of doing a bicep curl, he would just hold his arm with a dumbbell. He would hold his arm and do curls that way. He was always the one about those nerds on the beach getting bullied. Those were Charles Atlas. The ads in these magazines are just great, to be honest. I think we're at the ad section. Ad for the United Way starring Jack Lemmon there. And of course, sexual bestsellers. The Pictorial Guide to Sexual Intercourse. Yeah. The Picture Book of Sexual Love. The new Photographic Manual of Sexual Intercourse. That right below it is an ad for the American Police Academy, directly below. This is great. Poems needed for songs and records. Fingerprinting, career of the future. Here we are at the end. Whole pile of ads, followed by our look-alike Tom Selleck cigarette ad on the back. So that is the 1976 September 60-cent copy of True Detective magazine. So I hope you guys liked that video. Just trying something new, just making a bit of a vibe, and I know there wasn't much fancy to it, but I think it's interesting to kind of look through these old relics and kind of just imagine yourself in the shoes of that's how people would, consume true crime content before we had even like really much in the way of TV shows on it. Back in '76, there wasn't much true crime on TV. There was probably a few radio shows, but it was magazines like this is how people would consume their own content in the evenings at home in their living rooms. So I enjoyed doing this. I think I'm going to do the rest of the magazines that I purchased from eBay over the next few months. And yeah, thanks for joining me. I'll see you in the next one.